Um, we've got a really good feature presentation booked up, so we want to make sure we stay on time here. We're going to go through each of the committee chairs is going to introduce their committee. And first we're going to start with Tara Nelson from Omega Learning Center, and Tara is the chair of the CHAMPS.
All right, I am Tara Nelson. I'm with the Omega Learning Center. We have a private school in tutoring K through 12. That's my thing. I am also the chair for the education committee. We call it CHAMPS, which stands for Chamber Helping Achieve Meaningful Partnerships with the schools. And so our goal with the CHAMPS is really to connect our chamber businesses with the schools. So you and I need to talk. And building those partnerships. We all have strengths and ways that we can help the schools, so making that connection is our goal. We have two main programs or activities that we are focusing on right now. One is All Stars, which is a school of the month. We choose an elementary and a middle or high school each month to honor for their community service and their involvement in the community and the businesses. And so we've recognized them. And we're also working on a new program, we call it the Champions, which goes with our theme, because that's what we do. Champions, and we're working on setting up liaisons with our committee that will work with each of the schools eventually. We'll have hopefully be able to service all of our schools in the county, but that's a lot, so we're going to start small and build from there. We welcome any members, anyone who's interested in working on those partnerships, building relationships with the schools, helping the schools. There's always room for more.
What we do are the ones on the front, which would be the legislative event, the awards banquet, blah, blah, blah. But starting in January, we'll start first year, we have an annual theme. So this theme, really what happens, and when we set a theme for this event, it really sets the whole year for the chamber. That theme is continued on through our Breakfast with the Pros, through our luncheons, our monthly meetings, some of these other events that we've got going on. So our spring and fall event. This event changes each year because sometimes you have a spring event, sometimes you have a fall event, as the opportunities present themselves. And this year our event will happen in the spring at Uptown. It will be a bowling challenge of sorts, and we would like people to be on this committee to help us plan this event. So if this sounds like it's right up your alley, join this committee. Okay, the Wine Fest. Basically, our Wine Festival is the largest fundraiser that we do have for the chamber. We attract about 5,000 people a year to this thing. It's at the Chesterfield Government Complex. It's wonderful, and just based on what we look for are people who want to come in, have great ideas, creative ideas, just fun, try to get involved in whatever opportunities that are available to us, and the people that you know. And if you know people that can help us out and be sponsors and things like that for our particular events, it helps us be able to bring things back into the chamber. You get more value for your membership, etc. Our Taste of Chesterfield legislative event, we're approaching this event on October 23rd. It will be held at the Sheraton Park South. And restaurants that our chamber members are invited to come and to set up a table and to present our guests with a sampling of their gourmet delights. In addition, we have local and maybe national candidates, they're outside, who are vying for a job in our government, there to shake a few hands and kiss a few babies. This committee is heated up and we're looking for a few good volunteers. The golf tournament. What we do with that, that's another great way for members and prospective members to get on the course and have a great time. I mean, as we know, it's not all about deal making out there, but it's also about making friends and networking and things like that. I can't stress enough how important it is to be active. And I'm going to share a little clip, and I know I'm running out of time, but I was a member of the chamber for 10 years, and it wasn't until 2010 that I got involved. And now you can't get rid of me.
No way.
I know, and I didn't realize really how much fun it was. And I paid my dues. I never came to lunch. I never did anything. And seriously, now it's like I'm involved in so much stuff, and I love it. I've made so many friends, and in turn, when you make those friends and those networking relationships, you do get business back out of it. It's not all about coming in to see who you can get business from. It's about making relationships. and networking. And because it may not be Sandy Smiley that is going to do business with me personally, it may be Sandy Smiley's neighbor's sister. You know, so and if Sandy and I dig in the dirt together and we get to know each other, those are the type of referrals that we want.
There's lots of things for everybody, and for not everybody, government relations is a whole lot of fun. But the group of people that come together in the government relations area love it. We're passionate about it. We essentially spend our time working closely with the county to make sure that legislation, the changes in zoning laws, the actions that they take, they understand our needs, they understand the things that we're concerned about, and we give our voice to them. And that they will hopefully understand before they make some type of change that what impact will have. There's some current topics right now. You may have heard of high-speed rail coming through the Golden Crescent in Virginia, and that has some potential impacts to the things like water resources. We spent a lot of time last year on signs, electronic message centers, banners. Some of you probably make great use of banners. We're in the middle of fighting the good fight on banners. Might take a slightly adversarial position with the county. That's a great example of where we politely say, you know, we don't necessarily believe that the direction you're going is in the best interest. The bike race is coming to town. Those of you who watch cycling, you know, should the county invest and help support that? Is that something that would be good for the county? Would be good for businesses? What is the real economic benefit of having this international event in our community? And do we think it's a great investment of the county? But we also, in order to keep on top of that, we meet with the county supervisors once a month. We have a regularly scheduled meeting. So if you are interested in anything I've mentioned today, doesn't sound too boring, please let Brennan or Lenita know, and we will let you know how to get involved. So again, thanks again for being here, and we'd love to see your faces in this.
I have found that this chamber home is truly a family full of people, not to make it too warm and fuzzy, but it's a family full of people who rely on one another for business. You form real relationships, not the kind that just occur in 60 seconds of speed networking, but the kind that are lasting. And the best way you can do that is think about your passions, think about how you want to contribute, and pick a committee. When you're a small business, it is extremely difficult to be able to pour a lot of resources into training and professional development and opportunities to get some of the consulting input and best practices you would get if you paid out of your nose to attend a major conference. So the Professional Development Committee is formed to provide you with opportunities to have access to the experts in a variety of different fields and industries so you can grow your own business or grow personally and professionally. We have two primary events. One is a newer event called Coffee Talk, and that's a spotlight event where chamber members facilitate and talk about their business to other chamber members, so they're providing expertise and building credibility that way. And the other event is Breakfast with the Pros, which is a quarterly event. And we put that on and give you access to some of the biggest and brightest minds that we can tap locally or out of our region to be able to give you professional development for $25 or less. So it is pretty cool. It's all about you. We look to you all to tell us what your needs are and how you want to grow. And then we meet once a month directly after luncheon. It's simple, it's easy. You leave the lunch and the speaker and you come upstairs in the club and we sit around and we talk for an hour and form all of our great programs. So we have a couple of great things coming up. And one of the big ones is the Boomer Project. It's our next Breakfast with the Pros event in November. And it is all about how to work with the generations in your workplace. The Boomer Project has worked with hundreds of Fortune 1000 companies. They have a tremendous amount of experience and a significant voice in this particular field when it comes to consulting and development. So you're going to get them for 2 hours straight. So I would highly encourage you to join a committee. Whatever committee it may be is less important to me, although Pat might say, join professional development. But what we want to see is you benefit from your membership. We want you to benefit from the activity and relationships that come from getting involved. So welcome. And
Sandy and I are chair of the membership committee, and the membership committee basically has three roles. We assist in recruiting new members. We work on membership retention initiatives, so try to retain as many of our members as possible. And we make sure that the chamber is providing value to its members, and value can be defined in a lot of different ways to different members. And so what we try to find is some commonalities and how the chamber can do a better job of providing value to its members. Our committee members are called ambassadors, and that's because, again, we want to serve in a role that helps the other members achieve get as much as they can out of the chamber. So that's what we're calling ambassadors. Sometimes you'll hear the committee referred to as the ambassadors, and that's who we are. As Doug mentioned earlier, and I think somebody else mentioned, the ambassadors are a great resource for you all as new members. Please, if you have questions about committees, about how to serve on the chamber, about what this program is like, or what this networking opportunity is like, what I should be doing, how to get the most out of the chamber, the ambassadors are your best resource. Please stand up. Let's have all the ambassadors stand up. We are seeking new members in the membership committee. We have a good core group of folks, but we could always use some new members. Some of the things we do on a more granular level are we deliver membership kits to new members, so you get to meet new members right away. We conduct a quarterly networking with new members event, which is a breakfast that we do on a quarterly basis. And we also, again, we're going to be instituting some new subcommittees on member value and member retention. And so there's some good opportunities to get involved and have a big role in improving our member value and how we deal with members. So I'd encourage you to join the membership committee or any other committee that you're interested in. Again, you can see me if you're interested in that, or Sandy, and we'll be here after the program.